guys, what's going on? F on my pawn here. Welcome back to Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Since we last left off, I must admit, I've forgotten. It's been a while. But yeah. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing two things. We're going to be, first, focusing on the main quest line. That is the intended plan. We'll see how that goes. And, of course, after the fact, I'd like to secure essentially what is going to be equivalent to gathering as much gold as possible. So the reason I'm doing this is solely for upgrades, because obviously we do want to try to one-shot enemies, and to do that we need more armor on our gauntlets, which is just going to be a repetitive cycle of just increasing that damage output until it reaches a certain threshold. Of course, we can increase that by modifiers from other things, but obviously, the core of that is going to require us to get some gold. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. So, as you can imagine, it's been a while. I apologize for that. Life stuff came up, so I couldn't really invest my time into streaming as much as I could. It happens. That's usually what happens anyways, so I digress. So, let's see. We can tell Denim about the Menhir rights. We do want... I'm not sure who to side with in this instance. Let's see. So I can either go to Maggot and meet him by the Menhir at night to perform the ritual. I can tell Denim about the Menhir rites if I want to involve him. Or I speak with Nianti about the corrupted temple, which I do want to speak with Nianti at least. But I'm definitely going to have to determine whether I do the Menhir rites or not. I'm probably going to tell, because that's the route I'm going with. I do want to effectively focus on prioritizing the citizens rather than the whatever the fact. But yeah, no, I'm going to be focusing on the citizens themselves. That is the intention anyways. Let's actually see what has changed, because there's actually been a few updates last I checked. Has anything changed about gear? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, we need our heavy gauntlets to be upgraded even further if we wish for them to do more damage. What is our current attributes looking like? We've got a 39 crit chance. We're doing the best that we can given our circumstances, so we just need to increase our crit chance and just multiply that eventually. It looks like the bars on the bottom left seem to have been upgraded. Nothing else has really been changed besides that, I don't think. I should go back to the... No, I'm going to have to go straight over to the Price of Perfection if I want to resolve that. I'll just take what I can. But we do need gold, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing quests here and there, getting all that done. Hey. But yeah. No, we need gold, so we're just gonna take out as many individuals as possible here. Hoorah. Okay. Dang. Okay. Yeah, we need to go over here, I believe. We ignore that for now, as we focus on this. I like really low hammers, but we don't need most of that stuff anyways. But Haredrow's lab. I don't think we've seen this before. So I guess we're gonna check this out. This will be fun. Before I do go further, let's just save this. There we go. Most of this appears to be stolen goods, so we don't want to touch that if we can help it.
I'm terribly sorry for all that hassle. I should have taken more precautions.
Huh. Are you alright?
Yes, thank you. Just a bit shaken. The beasts must have somehow escaped during the night. When I woke up, they were already prowling the territory. I bolted the door and sat inside, hoping they'd leave. But, well, it's a good thing you showed up. Otherwise, I'd have had to choose between starvation and being mauled.
You said they escaped. From where?
Their pen, of course. The beasts were... my tests
Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
weakened and wouldn't pose much of a danger. I must have miscalculated. It's a bit of a shame they're all dead. I'll have to start everything from scratch. After the autopsies, of course.
How did you manage to capture them in the first place?
I lured them. They may be built differently and are quite tough, but most of them still need to eat, and they are susceptible to certain poisons.
And why didn't you just run? Or why didn't they just run, rather?
That's an interesting question. Perhaps they've been in captivity long enough to forget the concept of freedom. Or maybe they've claimed this place as their territory, and the only thing that changed was their living conditions. Or perhaps they were just dumb beasts waiting for the closest source of food to leave the house. I suppose we'll never know.
Alright. What are you researching?
The weirdness and life itself. I don't know if you've ever dissected a weird beast, but their bodies are quite fascinating. Nothing is in its rightful place, and, for all intents and purposes, they shouldn't even be alive. And yet, there they are, prowling and growling. It's a bit of a miracle, don't you think?
I guess in a way, when you put it that way.
I'm glad you agree. I know it's difficult to see my perspective when, time and time again, creatures like them try to kill you. I rather admire your open-mindedness.
Maybe you shouldn't be living here on your own.
Nonsense. Where else would I conduct my experiments? I'd rather endanger just myself instead of, say, the entire population of Kunakt.
Fair. Tadera sent me your way.
Oh, did he? Well, if the guild is so impatient for results, they should have sent someone sooner. Now all my beasts are gone, and I'm still missing a crucial ingredient.
Well, what do you need?
You see, weird beasts are unique creatures. The spark of life they carry is as twisted as it is relentless. I believe it can be extracted and transferred, creating a being capable of living in the weirdness without succumbing to its corruption. With everything that's been happening on Avalon, I believe this is the only way we can survive. The pigs can already do that. Well, yes, but they hardly escape disfigurement and corruption, do they? Besides, they only skirt the edges of the weirdness. They don't dwell deep within the fog. If I succeed, humans will be able to live in the weirdness freely, no matter how dense it becomes.
So, what are you saying?
The heart of a Fae. Well, the Fae, to be precise. I'm not interested in the heart of some half-feral beast from the host. I need something far more powerful. I've heard of a fae that calls itself Foxglove. It dwells in the roots of an ancient tree, lurking for unsuspecting travelers. Supposedly, it's cunning and quite vicious. If you bring me its heart, you won't just be doing me a favor. You'll be aiding all of Avalon.
Have you ever met this foxglove?
Me? Of course not. I'm just a scientist. I doubt I'd have survived such an encounter. I've only heard rumors. They might be exaggerated, of course, but I wasn't going to risk my life just to satisfy my curiosity.
And why do you need the heart of a fae anyways?
They are powerful beings that seem to only half belong to Avalon. They have their own realm, and don't appear to care much about the weirdness. They are a missing piece of the puzzle, I think. I may be wrong, but every theory must be tested, shouldn't it?
Alright, sure. I'll bring you the heart.
Splendid! I assure you, if everything goes as planned, the Guild will hail us both as heroes.
Alright. It appears we have our tasks now. The fragments of humanity. We have to bring him a fae heart. Or specifically, the fae's heart. Which I guess in turn is basically just a simple, elaborate way of saying, take out Beast, grab the heart, and bring it back. Whether that's accurate or not, hard to say, but not hard to guess. But yeah, I knew this place had some relevance. Probably for the best that we go here. We're gonna save. So this probably might be a boss. We'll have to see. Hello.
My, what a lovely mortal he sent my way. Such a silly man, that Phaedros. Does he truly think I can't tell one of you from another?
Wait, you know Phaedros?
But of course. You could even say we're quite close. After all, I granted him his greatest wish. And in return, he promised me a small piece of his sad, mortal life. Only now it seems he's trying to weasel out of the deal. It's a bit insulting, don't you think? Mortals. I should have known better than to trust him.
What was his wish?
Knowledge, of course. A lofty dream of saving Avalon by filling it with monstrous beings. On the one hand, it sounds delightful. On the other, it's a bit of a waste. You see, in my realm, mortals can live as long as we wish them to. A few adjustments here and there, and they can serve us indefinitely. Yet you mortals always believe that death is your escape. Even though we tell you time and again that a deal once made cannot be unmade. Phaedros thought it could work on Avalon too. He was only half right, which is why his results turned out rather beastly.
What do you mean?
Well, you take a creature that shouldn't be alive, yet is, and you combine it with the human spark that has such a relentless drive for survival. The results are quite curious. Part beast, part human. Overall nothing that should ever grace this realm. Or any other, really. But he kept trying, that fool, and kept returning here, ranting that I tricked him and trying to break the deal.
And did you trick him?
I gave him the knowledge he craved. Nothing more, nothing less. How he used it? That's not my responsibility, is it?
So the beasts he kept were part human.
They were misery given form, driven by instinct and rudimentary intelligence. So, who knows? Maybe they were just regular mortals after all.
He lied to me. He said he needed your heart to complete his research.
Oh, my poor sweet thing. That's just how mortals are. They use, they lie, and they'll do anything to save their own skin. Now, don't fret. I don't blame you for falling for Phaedros' little ruse. In fact, how about we make a deal? How about I give you a little something, and you take it straight to his hidey hole? Then he can bear the consequences for trying to fool us both. What do you say?
I just don't understand what you need me for.
Oh, I see. Phaedros is being quite the foolish man, thinking he can hide from me. Well, truth be told, he is succeeding at the moment, but I am nothing if not patient. Still, when an opportunity presents itself, it would be foolish not to take it.
Alright, so either I side with Faye, or I side with, Phaedros. Now, normally... Well, with this character, from what I've seen, he's gonna side with the Fae or any mystical beings over somebody that lies or deceits or does anything like that. And honestly, I don't blame her. Sure, you have a deal.
Oh, wonderful. Here, take my eye. Bring it straight to Phaedros. And don't worry, I'll know when you're near. He'll be dealt with swiftly, and your reward will be waiting. Now, run along, little mortal.
Alright. I'm not sure whether this is a good thing or not, but I guess we'll see. If the Fae lie to us, then we can always just reload. Or we can do the more sinister thing and just kill the Fae. But I'm usually erring on the side of assisting the mystical beings, because they usually never lie, to be quite honest, so... Why disbelieve them when they're being honest? And as far as I can tell, King Arthur actually did the same in this instance.
You killed him! How could you? He was mine to punish, mine to torment. We had a deal!
I'm sorry, but Phaedros misled you. He belonged to the guild, which means his life and his services weren't his to give away.
What? That can't be true. I never saw any of his supposed masters with him.
That's because he escaped our supervision and has been hiding from us ever since. Any deals he made in that time are void, and the punishment for disobedience is death.
I see. You mortals are crueler than I thought. You. Did you know about this?
No, not really.
Of course not. Just once I'd like to meet a mortal who's not completely useless.
Well, I'm here for my reward.
Reward? What reward? Phaedros is dead. The deal is off.
You never specified that he had to be alive to begin with.
You... Fine, fine! Take your reward. I hope it serves you well. I'm done dealing with mortals. With any luck, you'll all be dead in a century or so.
I mean, hey, you're the one who made the deal.
You're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I'm Alma, the alchemist. Pleased to meet you.
Alright, what are you doing here? Well, what's going on, first and foremost?
I won't deny, I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defense, if we're speaking of crimes, this one is twofold. Phaedros's reckless experiments had to be stopped. The guild warned him repeatedly that he was crossing the line.
And you just killed him, to be fair.
Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedros was a threat, not just to himself and the guild, but to others as well. I'm sorry it had to come to this.
Alright. What are you gonna do now? Well, what's next for me then?
First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare Phaedros for a proper burial. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. There are so many better ways to spend my time. And then we'll talk about your next assignment.
Right.
Now, that's better. Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not all alchemists act like Phaedros. You seem all right, though. Charles's calm demeanor confirms that. Tell me, what made you join the guild?
Honestly, I want to help the people of Avalon, contribute to building a better future.
A noble goal, right? I feel the same way. And I'd like to believe that everyone in the guild thinks the same, but people can be, well, unpredictable. But anyway, what do you need?
Well, first I guess I should probably ask about Phaedros.
Lately, situations like this have been happening far too often. Some alchemists within our ranks are starting to rebel. Or they're coming up with utterly ridiculous ideas. I really hope this doesn't become a recurring pattern. To answer your question, unfortunately, yes, it was necessary. The rules of our guild set clear boundaries. Crossing them results in a response from us, one that becomes more severe the greater the transgression.
And why was it you who delivered the punishment to Phaedros?
That's my role. Let's just say I'm a sort of guardian of alchemical ethics. But more seriously, I was assigned to this task. Apparently, I'm the best at playing nanny to misfits like us.
Alright. You mentioned Charles earlier. Who's that?
Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off, unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather uncommon.
You tamed a Croakmaw?
I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say it involved a more invasive intervention. I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance to examine his brain. While working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging and aggression.
So you damaged his brain.
If this were a question, I would say it's a valid one. To be honest, I don't know the exact answer. I assume it all depends on perspective. If we accept that the brains of living beings are a kind of biological mechanism, then perhaps I managed to redirect the function of that mechanism so that it operates based on different needs and perceives its place in the world differently. Yes, that seems likely.
Right. Can you tell me how menhirs protect people from the weirdness?
All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic, supposedly discovered by Merlin, who used it to repel the weirdness. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. As an alchemist, these are mysteries far beyond my knowledge or expertise.
Are you conducting your research for someone specific?
The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelosian guilds isn't something we strictly adhere to in the Alchemist Guild. Each of us has freedom in our research, as long as we don't violate ethical guidelines.
And how many members does the Alchemist Guild have?
It's hard to say. While we share a guild, not all of us keep in regular contact. Many members aren't as open about their affiliation as I am. They have their own lives and obligations, some of which might be highly conflicting.
Alright, and what are you doing here, aside from,
I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lancet, not a sword.
What do you need?
I heard you're trustworthy. But first, a warning. The task I have for you is unpleasant and messy. It involves extracting brain matter, but before you even get to that part, you'll need to risk your life to get close enough. I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nookalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the weirdness. I've heard stories about peasants on farmlands near Kunacht. They were unlucky that the Menhir stopped protecting the place where they lived. I'll reward you for each of the 3 brains, as long as they're intact. A bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for Charles.
And why do you need the brains of these particular creatures?
Each one ties into my field of study and interests. The Nookalivi is the result of the Red Priest's experiments, likely involving the weirdness. As for the afflicted humans, I suspect significant brain alterations occur during contact with the weirdness, as well as in the final stages of the Red Death. The Red Priests have written studies, but I'd like to see for myself.
And the brains. Oh, okay.
Until next time.
Alright. And we got a amulet that gives us 25 HP if we wear it. And I guess that's the Croakmaw. An interesting little specimen that they've devised. Then again, to be fair, I've got my pet quest beast, so that's fun. Oh, hold on. Feeding time. Here, show them your war face. Take some iron. Heck yeah. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so feeding them different resources gives them a different skin. Cool. Hey, good boy. So yeah, no, the quest beast has got some new skins. Nice. That'll be fun to dabble in, see what's going on there. Alright, but yeah, no, I've got a bit of a quest to gather some heads. In 3 different locations, no less, huh? Alright. Well, it was necessary, so I guess it's fine. We'll see what we can find. Before I do go, though, I do want to go over here to grab some supplies here. Oh, it seems like we got some new music coming in, so that's nice. Can't be bad. So, alright, where do we go next? I guess if we were to go anywhere, we should probably Hold on, let's actually go to quests. Let's see. Elf instructed me to find the crow's nest in Forlorn Swords and sweep there. We don't need to go there yet. Need to talk to Nianti about the special herbs. Imran marked the area on my map where the grotto he spoke of should be. I should find it. Let's see if I can't track that first. Okay, the first men is over there. Let's deal with the aberrant mines first, because that seems to be, like, the most pressing issue. Oh, hello. Oh, hey. It seems like my quest beast is, doing stuff. Okay, so the quest beast now actually fights for you. That's cool. Okay. Alright, well there you go. That's another thing sorted. Let's skedaddle out of here. Okay, let's use the warping gates so that way we can get to the certain locations that we need to. We need to deal with the aberrant mine quest, and the easiest way is to go... We'll warp over to the forest gate here, and then try to find that, Nianti, or whatever it's called. It's gonna be impossible to find one. Just difficult. Already got the Croakmoss Shrine sorted. Okay. Okay, we managed to secure enough, well, we secured that. Alright. Kill the Poison Knight here. We just need the Poison Knight's gear. That sells for the most, I believe, when it comes to gold worth. Okay, nothing there. Here we go. Eat some meals just to tide us over. We go over here. There we go. Poison Knight Gladius. Yeah, just dodge that. There we go. Aside from a few misses here and there, we're basically good. Set up a bonfire real quick. Level up. It appears King Arthur has some things to say to us. Let's see. Perception gives us more critical chance and damage. I guess perception would be ideal in this case. It does give us sneak damage as well, so if we do manage to sneak up on somebody, that could really nuke somebody down. That's assuming we want to go that route. I think it would be ideal if we just focus on strength up to 20. Get our endurance up to 20 as well. Because at the very least, we're going to get melee damage, we'll get more max stamina, and the armor weight multiplier will be reduced again. Alternatively, we go endurance, which will increase our health, encumbrance limit, and stamina regen. Having the carry weight is actually a really good thing, so we're actually going to go with that. Skill tree-wise, Red Death is the focal point for our build, so getting more of that is actually really good for us. If we go with the route of dealing damage, gives us a stack of Lament, this would probably be the way to go. But I think we're actually going to go with Give In and Give Up, which is going to give us 50 additional stacks of Lament, which will increase the damage output overall. Alright. Did people always hate Struth this much?
No. My subjects were usually well disposed towards them, grateful for their magic. Merlin was held in high esteem by the common folk. Of course, there was mistrust at times, even open hostility, but never like this. Nobody was ever so twisted by hatred as to herd them into a giant wicker man and set them alight.
I see. Alright, well, thank you for the talk. Oh, it seems like, What's-Her-Face decided to leave the camp. Alright, well, no skin off my back, I guess. Well, we still need to, explore around to see if we can't find, Nianti or whatever it is. I know roughly what we're looking for, it's just a matter of finding it. The monstrous thing, that's for sure. Whether we'll find one or not, that's a hard maybe. Okay. Oh, I went too far out, so we need to go back here. Okay, there we go. Ah, a Knucklebee. Perfect. I was looking for you. Ooh. Okay, and now we just need a Red Dead Infected, specifically. So now, we just want to go this way to go back to the Waygates, so that way we can actually transport ourselves back over to the Red Dead area. secure that, and we'll go from there. While also securing our gold lifeline, that is. Of course. After all, somebody's got to make a profit here. That's for sure. Okay, we just warp here, and then we just encounter one one red death individual, and then we're good. Can't really do that here, though, so we're actually gonna warp over to this waygate here. Make it easier on ourselves.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too. Take out one of these guys, and we're good. Alright, nice. I am truly brutal yet efficient.
Oh, hello there.
I guess before I go any further, I do want to head over here, talk with, what's-his-face. Let him know about the situation at hand. Well, no, before we do, I do want to focus on, getting over here, because we do need to talk to, the priestess. And still, I guess, get her thoughts on the matter. I do think evacuation is going to be the choice, though. As much as it would be annoying to get all that density just in one specific place, it sounds like a lot's going on. For good or ill. Okay, where is what's-her-face? She's somewhere around here. Oh, here she is. Hello, hello.
You're here. Let me look at you. You seem to have recovered after whatever happened at the Menhir. The All-Mother herself must be watching over you.
Are you not going to ask what happened at the Menhir?
Whatever the All-Mother wanted you to see is between you and her. I can only accept and work with the outcome. Besides, I'm more concerned with the impact your little spectacle had on the sentiments in the village. You've given people hope. Only time will tell if that was misguided or what the consequences will be if it proves true.
You sound like a politician, not a priestess.
There is more than one way to spread the All-Mother's grace. Why shouldn't a priestess take part in leading the people she serves? Lord Yvain is in a precarious situation. He needs all the support he can get, and supporting him in this endeavor only benefits the residents of Kunort. Besides, my apprentice Ailey is very talented and can handle all the matters that require a more hands-on approach perfectly well.
Half of the Menhir rights were kept by the priestesses.
So you've seen what happened with your own eyes. I shouldn't. But maybe the Menhir's reaction to your arrival was a sign from the All-Mother. Maybe you are someone who can help.
What do you need?
You never asked me whose grave it is. I come here because it's a reminder of how I failed those who counted on me, and I should feel sorrow, guilt, something. But the truth is, I lost part of myself long before Maeve was taken. I stand here. I wait for a feeling to appear, and nothing comes to me. Not ever. At the corrupted temple, something happened when I was still a priestess out there. I feel like something was taken from me, ripped from my very soul. And I've been hearing her voice ever since. Lorelia.
I've met Lorelia. She didn't speak about you.
And it seems you've only scratched the surface of her purpose. You need to return. Speak to her again, but this time ask directly about me. Who am I to her? Why is she calling? There's something she knows. Something I can't piece together alone. I wouldn't ask this of you if it weren't important. Whatever connection I had to Lorelia, it's tied to what I lost at that temple. If you can find that thread and pull it free, perhaps we'll both find the answers we need. If you want to help me, I need you to go to the corrupted temple. Find her. Find out what she wants from me.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Whatever this is, it has haunted me long enough.
Well, perhaps relocation will be necessary. Maggot claims the men here can be reignited.
You shouldn't listen to that lunatic. Every time I see him is under the influence of goddess only knows what. I suppose he's right and the men here really can be reignited. Then what? This land is dying and barely produces any crops. Menhir or not, I can't see a future for Kunart. It would need a miracle to survive. Relocation would be the best outcome for everyone.
I see. Ailey's worried you're not visiting the hospital.
The hospital will manage without me for a little while longer. Ailey is more capable than she realizes.
Whose grave is this?
Here lies Lady Maeve, wife of Lord Yvain Tarion, my dearest friend. The one I couldn't help. You're wondering why I'm here, aren't you? I'm wondering the same. I thought I'd find solace or perhaps even grief, but all I feel is numbness.
There's a girl named Lily, unmarried. Yeah, and afraid of the scandal.
And Fabius is the father, isn't he? The shining star of the Red Church, always playing the savior. Yes, I know about them. Lily was once a devoted follower of the All-Mother. Then that priest seduced her with his word, of course. I feared it would end this way. She's afraid of a scandal, you say? She should be more afraid of being left to fend for herself.
What about her fear of Lukder causing trouble?
Ludger is a fool, barking orders he doesn't even understand. If he tries to interfere, he'll soon learn that the All-Mother's priestesses are not to be trifled with.
Well, regardless, she's scared. She doesn't know where to turn.
And so the mess lands at my feet as usual. Fine. I'll help her. Bring me the herbs on this list. I'll do the rest. And remind her that coming to me isn't just salvation, it's protection. The All-Mother guards her own, and Fabius will find no purchase here.
I'll let her know.
Do that, and remind her who's truly looking out for her when all this is over.
Alright, well. Hard to say what happens next, but we'll see. We'll see. But before I do go, there is some area I do want to visit here. I do believe I've done this before, but it never hurts to double check. Yep, there is this area here that we want to check out. I'm just gonna loom around, see if there's anything else. It doesn't look like it, so we will go down here just to see what's what. Yeah, there's like a weird ancient sword here. You can just open this gate. There's nothing too crazy down here. Just that door that leads out, so there you go. A little bit of a shortcut if you want to check it out. I'm just opening it now just so it's available for us to touch and, you know, deal with. Because I have a weird feeling that area is what's actually necessary for. Alright. Well, given that reassurance, I'm actually gonna head over to tell Danheim about the Menhir rights. I think it's probably for the best. As much as I want to trust the druids, relocation is honestly the smarter choice here. At least in this playthrough. Besides, I've already made the idea that... I've already settled on the idea that we need to assist the city more than we need the others. That's why I've been siding with... Oh, I can't really talk with Danheim at the moment. Never mind. We'll talk with him later, but we'll sort that quest out in a bit. We've got bigger fish to fry, obviously. One being the Aberrant Mines, and the other being that Priestess, so... Ready to get that done sooner rather than later.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Here you go.
Gold. The true...
Enjoy. Let's deposit some things. Oh, it looks like the tokens have changed as well. Interesting. We are suffering a little bit of weight, but nothing that's impossible to handle. Yeah, we'll just put some stuff away, I guess. None of these weigh anything, so we should be fine on carrying these. We'll sort by weights. We don't need this, don't need this, or this. Spells here are fine. We can put this Fairy Protection Amulet away. Keep the encumbrance limits, because we will need those if we ever run into a situation where we need to up ourselves. Weapon Relic. If enemy is frozen, increase damage by 42%. Oh, cool. Foodstuffs. Nothing that we really need to prioritize. We'll put the mundanes here, the grays, away. Here we go. Got a whole bunch of, you know, knowledge. Few recipes here and there, but nothing too crazy. Alright. Let's go to this area. We're going to go northeast to talk with the alchemist. Hello. Oh, we got memories from Arthur. We'll have to set up a bonfire in a bit. Okay, dang. That hurt. I haven't saved in a while, so hopefully I didn't lose too much progress. We'll have to see. The most I lost was just moving out, so that's fine. A small price to pay, to say the least, but it's fine. We will manage all the same. Keep forgetting I have that, the buff where I can just slow down time whenever I want. Ah, well. I'll worry about such things later. For now, let's just get bolted along. Eat a bit here. There we go. There we go. And yeah, instead of directly encountering them, we'll go around, and we'll just go in through here. Like so, and there we go. Into the lab we go. Easy peasy. Hello. How about the brains you wanted? Here's the Knucklebee brain.
Oh, the brain of a truly unique creature, though I do pity its existence. The conflict between such opposing instincts must be such a torment. Knucklevi are hybrids created by the Red Priests, certainly a cross between redcaps and goats, though other animals were likely involved in the experiments. Regardless, thank you. I'm glad you came out unscathed. Here's your payment.
Here's the brain infected with Red Death.
Thank you. I trust you took the necessary precautions. The plague is known for its high contagion rate. I must admit, this is an important moment for me, for various reasons. I will soon begin the brain examination. Thank you again.
And here you go. The brain of a peasant touched by the weirdness.
Poor soul. I only hope his consciousness completely vanished, sparing him any awareness of this nightmare. Since the weirdness began to re-emerge, cases like this have sadly become more common. Thank you. I hope that through these studies I can better understand the connection between our biology and the weirdness. So, it seems we're almost done. But I must ask for your help with one last matter. Before we met, I made contact with Dalriata trappers who agreed to get me the brain of an ice weaver. Out of their group, only 2 survived. Let's just say they've been making some threats. I need you to go to the exchange for me. Can I count on you?
Alright, what do you know about these Dalriata?
They belong to the Svein tribe, but were banished for some reasons. To be honest, I don't care. I just wanted a group of folks who knew the Forlorn Swords well. I assumed they could handle it without too much trouble. Don't expect a warm reception. They're cold, harsh people, and given their current emotional state, well, it's a dangerous mix.
Where will the exchange take place?
We initially planned to meet in a location I could easily access, but after what happened to their folks, they've made some specific demands. Here's the location and the gold I promised them for the task. Don't try to negotiate. The amount has already been agreed upon. Once it's done, find me. I'll be nearby. However, I'd prefer not to attend the meeting. It might unnecessarily escalate the situation.
All right.
Until next time.
A log that permanently increases spirituality by 1. Given I don't use spirituality, it's not that necessary to use. Although it is very tempting to use. But the price has been listed. I'm not going to change it unless I absolutely need to, so. That has been done. Now we need to head over to where the priestesses are. That shouldn't be too impossible of an ask, I do believe. Just a matter of getting over to where the priestesses usually hang out, and we should be fine. That's not too hard to get done. It does appear that there's some things around here that I missed, though, so I guess that's something we can investigate while we're here. I was worried there for a sec. Alright. Alright, there's another forgotten gate with a shield. Okay, so there's 3 things here that is worth investigating. Okay. I guess I can check this place out, see what's what. Ah, Druidic Shrine. Make an offering to get some mana, stamina regen. Nice. There we go. The Druidic spirits are grateful. We get Thunderstorm as an additional bonus, alongside, of course, the experience. And for our trouble, Favor of the Druidic Spirits of Kunox. We increase our max stamina by 10, alongside the first one, which increases our max health by 10. So now that's another buff added to everything. We've got Perfect Obedience and Unwavering Loyalty unto Death and Beyond. And Weird Night. The night has come. So we got some interesting buffs, to say the least. Not sure if those will be good or bad for the future, but, I mean, we've got them, I guess. I don't really need anything else from those guys, so no point in putting pressure on that. But, yeah, with that, the Druidic Shrines are basically done, so we don't need to do more of those. Heck yeah. The Fae can't bleed, it seems, but that's perfectly fine. We're making plenty of leeway just from sheer might alone. I guess that statue is basically done and over with. I do want to see what's up here, though. I don't think I can actually get up there. Which kind of sucks, because I think there's something up there. I wonder if there is a way up there. I guess topping from here to here. The only other way is obviously a potion. I do believe we have potions of that nature, so give me a second. Thunderstorm. Designates up to 10 areas of impact, and cooldowns lightning strikes on all designated areas, increasing damage dealt with longer charging time up to 200%. An interesting spell, to say the least. If we go into consumables here... Oh. Yeah, I don't see any potions that are going to help with jump boost. Unfortunately, we don't have those. Normally we would, but I guess that isn't the case here. And it's not like it's showing on the map that there's anything useful here, so no point in continuing to persist on something that doesn't, that might not even exist. And I'm dead. Well, it was bound to happen. Damn it. Keep forgetting to save to boot, so this is going to be a pain to deal with. Yep. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, no, there is seriously something there. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, there's clearly something there. I just don't think you can access it just yet. So either that's some special content just waiting to be discovered, or that's the exit of somewhere. Which wouldn't be too surprising if it's an exit, but still something to raise your eyebrow about. Oh well. Huh. Wither's hideout. I guess that might be one of the exits to Wither's hideout. It doesn't feel right, though. I'm gonna be real. Oh well. Not our problem. We got bigger tasks ahead of us anyways. One of them is actually going in here. That'll be fun. Alright, back to the Corrupted Temple. Let's go see What's-Her-Face and figure out what she wants. If I go into quests here... And let's go see this quest for what it's worth. I guess that alchemy station is there. Can't really jump that gap, so... Oh. I thought I took damage there, but I guess not. Oh. Guess we go up here. We go here. Hello.
You can see me, hear me. How strange. That's not how it's meant to be. I decide who sees, who hears, yet here you are, unbidden. Why?
I'm searching for a tablet about the men here in the ritual.
The All-Mother holds all wisdom. In her womb, the threads of destiny intertwine, the tides flow to the rhythm of her heartbeat. In prayer, you will find greater wisdom than in all the scrolls and books of the world.
And, as well, the auntie said to me, she says you're calling to her.
Ah, Niante, the fractured one. Yes, she feels the void, doesn't she? The emptiness, where her compassion once dwelled.
Alright, well, what's missing?
What she cast away. A fragment, a spark. Hers, yet no longer hers. It clings to me now, bound in service to the All-Mother. And does she need it? Truly? Compassion can be a burden, a chain that weighs down the soul. I held it for her because she could not bear it. She gave it to me.
If that is true, then why call to her? Why not let her go on without it?
Because the All-Mother does not abandon her children. Nianti's compassion is a spark, a light meant to guide her. Without it, she stumbles in darkness. But to reclaim it, she must prove herself. It is not a gift freely given. It must be earned.
Well, she didn't cast anything away, she lost it. You took it from her.
Is that what she told you? That I stole it like a thief in the night? No. It was her despair, her doubt, that cast it away. I merely caught it.
Well, whatever's missing, she wants it back.
Then she must prove herself worthy. That fragment is steeped in corruption. To return it as it is would destroy her. Take this. It holds what she has lost. Bring it to the All-Mother's altar and cleanse it in her light. Only then will it be safe to return. Go, and tell Nianti this. The fire she extinguished still burns. But only she can decide whether to let it consume her or warm her soul.
I see. So we need to head towards what I can only assume to be the All-Mother's, we need to head to the All-Mother's altar. Permanently increases the spirituality by 1. That's an insane thing to get. Ridiculous. If I were a mage, I'd definitely be salivating at the option to consume those without a second thought. Oh well. certainly no concern on my shoulders, that's for sure. Alright. Let's see. Let me check the quest, because I'm certain there is a way to purify it, so... Okay, let's see. Yeah, you go in, talk with Lorena. Okay, so I just gotta help her with the cleansing. Okay, so she will with my help get it cleansed. Wait, what the hell? Oh, okay. It itself wasn't corrupt. It was just how it was worded. Anyways. Alright, let's make our way back here. And help What's-Her-Face with the cleansing of sorts. Hello, hello.
Lorelia's voice. It's different now. I take it you're the reason for that.
Take the stall. Lorelia said it holds what you've lost.
So, this is it. The piece of myself I've been missing all this time. It feels familiar, yet strange and deeply corrupted. If it truly is mine, I cannot leave it in this state. If I try to retrieve part of my soul from this thing, it will poison me as much as it heals me.
Lorelia said it needs to be cleansed before anything else.
She's right. Surprising, considering the things she's whispered to me all this time. Meet me at the statue of the All-Mother. There, in her light, I will perform the cleansing ritual. You've already done so much for me, but I must ask for one more thing. Your presence. This is something I can't... This isn't something I can face alone.
I'll be there.
Thank you. May the All-Mother guide us both.
Now, before I do go, I do want to grab the All-Mother amulet that we had actually procured, because I have a weird feeling that we might need that. Or at least this is just like a deep-seated hunch. Because we were able to buy a amulet, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. Given this is the All-Mother quest, I do want to try to assume that the All-Mother amulet can be used here. Because there has been instances in which the All-Mother amulet have given us boons, in a sense. This might very well be one of those instances. That's why I'm going through the effort to check and make sure that is the case. Here it is, the All-Mother's Mercy Amulet. It's only one of them, but it's still a valid point that we will focus on. To that end, we just need to march our way across. It shouldn't be too hard. There is a bit of a area here that we have yet to explore, so I do want to take that path anyways. So this is another thing that's been something I want to dabble in. All the more reason to get this done and over with, sooner rather than later. Alright. Here we go. Alright, save here. And off we go. Alright, one moment. I guess, Hello.
The All-Mother's light will reveal the truth, or burn it away. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Then let's begin.
let's do this. We've saved, so... Oh, hello. Okay.
Oh, hello. Are you real, or just another shadow of this place?
I'm real. Who are you?
My name is Nianti. I don't know how long I've been here, but something's wrong. I don't know why I'm here or why I can't leave.
Well, tell me, what do you remember?
I came to the All-Mother's temple not that long ago, I think. They said I had a gift. They said I had the power to heal. I wanted to use it to help, to serve. But one day something changed. Corruption seeped into the temple, into me. I tried to fight it, to cleanse myself in her light, but I failed. I tried to escape, but I couldn't. And now I'm here. But that can't be the whole story, can it?
You escaped to Kunat, but not whole. Part of you that feels compassion was left behind.
What? That can't be true. How could I serve when I'm trapped here? How could I help anyone when I'm incomplete? Tell me, what's left of me out there? Is it enough?
It will be. If you come with me, you'll have the gift of healing people. You are needed.
Needed? Maybe that's true if I still have the power to heal, or perhaps my purpose isn't lost. Perhaps I can still serve. Thank you. You've given me the clarity I've lacked for so long. Whatever path I'll take, I'll walk it with purpose.
That was simple.
So, this is what it feels like to be whole again. It's strange. Like I've been walking in a fog all these years, blind to what I'd lost. And now, the light is so clear.
Alright, how do you feel?
I feel as I always should have. Compassion, care, hope, all the things I pushed away out of fear. They were never weaknesses. They were my strength.
I see. What will you do now?
First, I will return to the people of Kunat. They deserve the priestess I promised to be. Not the bitter shell I became. You have done more for me than I ever could have asked for. You reminded me of who I truly am. For that, I will always be grateful.
I didn't do alone.
No, you didn't. The All-Mother guided us both. But now it's up to me to carry this forward. Thank you, truly. There is much to do, but this time I will face it with open arms and a whole heart.
Hey, mission done. Good bit of prey. Is there anything from praying that I get? Blessing of Health. Increase max health by 20%. That's not bad. Not really sure what praying to the altar does, but I guess there is that. Oh, hello. Okay, there's clearly something there. There's also potentially something down here. I'm not sure. But I do want to investigate, because I am curious now. Hello. Absorption. That's a new one. Alright, well, we are going to need to explore around the little alcove that I... Well, not the alcove. We wanted to explore that path, so that's probably going to be our next objective, amid the many that we have been establishing for ourselves. Before that, though, let's place the bonfire and talk with Arthur. I'm sure he has something he wishes to say. The All-Mother and her priestesses must have seen better days.
Like many things in Avalon, it seems. But yes, they used to be quite influential. Sometimes unnervingly so. They had the ears and hearts of the people, and they made them rather bold in voicing their opinions. As you can imagine, we didn't always see eye to eye. That led to some unfortunate confrontations.
What do you mean?
I couldn't allow people to openly disagree with me, no matter the influence they thought they held among my subjects. The temple's representatives didn't approve of my use of the weirdness during the war, and they made their opposition public. I decided that such opposition deserved punishment.
Balancing voices is tyranny.
Sometimes it's necessary, and that was one of those times. In times of war, a leader cannot appear weak, cannot afford to look uncertain. Call it what you like, but war demands obedience, not debate.
Do you think Nianti truly wants to help people now, or is it just guilt?
Does it matter? As long as the result is the betterment of the people, what difference does it make? Guilt is a powerful motivator, and a useful one at that. My sisters taught me that, time and time again.
That's grim. King Arthur, you're sounding a bit, more grim as time goes on. I guess it comes with, you know, starting to remember things, huh? Well, not our problem. We're just here to show him the results of his actions, and... Hey. But yeah, no, we're not here to, you know, give him a friendly pat on the shoulder. We're just here to give him the brass tacks, as it were. He knows what's going on. He knows dang well what should be going on, at least. Okay, so there's nothing over here worth grabbing, aside from, you know, obviously swimming all that time, but I don't exactly want to go river diving again. There we go. Yeah, so we need to go up this side road here, I guess. Considering we can't go the other way. So, yeah, we go to the right of the area here. We'll grab those roses, because we can. Off we go. Hello. Make an offering of animal parts. 15% weak spot damage. The Burgundy Shrine has been activated. That's yet another thing added to the list. Hello, hello. Ancient Waterworks. Okay. I guess we go down this path, see what's what. Whether we find anything or not, that's a hard maybe. But if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. Looks like we are going to find something here, at least. In form of undead, though. Hello. Skeletal Knight summoned. Okay, so if you want a Skeleton Knight, you can quickly go over behind this area here. And you can secure yourself a free spell. Assuming you run here, that is. So that is a better summon that you could utilize once you reach a certain threshold, if you want to keep using undead. The Skeletal Knight is probably going to be your best friend in that regard. Take a moment to look out here. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna save here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Alright. I guess we'll go over and let What's-His-Face know. It's time to tell Danheim about the situation at hand. Anything around here? Not really.
Having fun, are we?
Oh, hello.
Ah, isn't this a sight? Gardens, the open sky, and a bit of quiet. Makes you think the world's not so bad after all.
What are you doing here, Hob? Didn't expect to see you here.
Neither did I, to tell the truth. One moment I'm by the sea listening to the waves. Next, poof, I'm here. Like the wind picked me up and set me down where it pleased.
You're just saying that you appeared here.
Aye, it's been happening for as long as I can remember. Thought it was some druid's prank when it started. One of their spells gone awry. I even asked a crow once if it had anything to do with it. Got no answer, of course. But if this is the way of things, who am I to complain? I get to see the stars from all sorts of places. And the best part? I never have to worry about where to go next.
That doesn't bother you.
Not in the slightest. The world's a big, messy place, my friend. If the winds of fate decided to carry me themselves, who am I to argue? I'll make the most of it, wherever I land. And look at this. Landed me in a fine garden, with fine company. Fate must think highly of me, eh?
Can you tell me anything about Knox?
Not much, I'm afraid. But I've heard it's a lovely place. Good folk, strong traditions. They've got a treasure here, you know. A shield given to Palamedes of House Tarion by King Arthur himself. Quite the tale, that one. Someday I'd like to see it with my own eyes. Imagine the history in that. Something touched by the old king, still standing proud. Now that's worth a trip, wouldn't you say?
See.
Safe travels, child. May fate be on your side.
Well, it's good to see you, Hob. Now, there's a bundle of theories on who Hob could be. I have my own theories, but I'll reserve them for Endgame, because some could be... I guess it could be spoilers, I don't know, personally. I could just be talking out my butt, but I could try and converse about it, but I digress. I have my own thoughts on this whole ordeal. What I will be doing, though, is, I do think in this instance, we do need to, report this over to, Danheim. We gotta help the, we gotta help everybody
Eyes
here.
forward, and mind you.
Of course, there are some things I'd like to avoid, but I digress. Hello, Danheim.
I'll await your...
Listen, I've got something I need your help with. Something off the record.
Oh, okay. What is it?
This bounty came down from command. A fat reward for the head of a bandit stirring up trouble in Kunacht. But there's a catch.
What kind of catch?
The bandit's name is Tom. He's an old friend. Someone I ran with when I was younger, before I joined the army. Hell, before I had any sense. They don't know about my past. If Danheim gets wind of it, I'll be court-martialed. Or worse. And I can't turn Tom in.
Oh, 1 second.
Not after everything we've been through.
Okay, give me a moment. I need to do something real quick. Okay, apologies for the delay. I'm now back. Well, I've done multiple things behind Denham's back already, so what do you need from me?
I need you to find Tom. Talk to him. Convince him to leave Kunacht before the bounty hunters catch his scent. If he stays, it's a death sentence for both of us.
Okay, and what happens if Tom doesn't agree to leave?
Then I'll deal with it, one way or another. But I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. Listen, Tom and I, we've seen things together. Done things I'd rather forget. He was like a brother to me once. I owe him this much. Will you do it?
Sure, why not? I'll help you out.
Good. I knew I could count on you. Find him, talk some sense into him, and get him out of Kunacht. I don't care how you do it. Just make sure it's done. Here, this should help you find him. And thank you. I mean that.
Okay, it seems like, about Tom.
Any news about how...
Not yet.
Damn it! You'd better move quick. I should have handled this much. I'll await.
I just talked with you about it. Okay, okay, so he's over there. That's not too hard to find. I mean, we can just warp to the Camelot Gate and then we're good.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Alright. Well, we've got no reason to not do this, so let's just make it lickety-split. Alright, in we go. Okay, let's save here. We want to save on stream 16, not 15. Hello, Tom.
Well, well. I was wondering when someone would come knocking. You don't look like the bounty hunting type, though. So tell me, did Asgol send you?
He did.
Should have known. That old fool always did have a soft spot for lost causes. So, what now?
He wants you to leave Kunok quietly. This is the only way to keep you both alive.
Asgol wants a lot of things. A clean slate, a tidy past, hell, maybe even forgiveness for leaving me behind when he decided to play soldier. But here's the thing. I'm not leaving. Not for him, not for you, and not for some damn bounty.
If you don't leave, bounty hunters will find you. Only a matter of time.
Let them come. I've danced that dance before. But if Asgol's so set on saving me, maybe he should have come himself. Tell him something for me. Tell him this. The boy with the slingshot grew up, but some things never change. He'll understand. Listen, I'm no fool. Staying here is risky, even for someone like me. If you're so willing to play along, maybe you can help keep those bounty hunters off my back. Buy me some time so I can prepare myself for proper hideout. Who knows? Maybe this could turn into something more profitable for both of us in the end.
Do I help convicts? Well, I'm doing it as a favor for what's-his-face. He doesn't care how it's done. He just cares that this guy's hidden, right? So, fine. I'll help out.
Finally, someone with a bit of sense. I knew you weren't like the rest. You didn't bring me news. Not exactly. I've seen those bounty hunters a while ago. Give me your map. I'll show you where they dug up. Good luck, and thank you.
Alright. The least I can do for him is keeping the guy alive. Not much I can do. But what I will do is report this in before I go hog wild on the bounty hunters. Because it's very clear that if I don't report this in, then I guess we'll see what he has to say. Assuming there is anything to say about this circumstance. Better let him in on the know-how of the situation, but yeah.
Have some spare food or coin?
Off we go. About Tom.
Any news?
I found Tom. He is staying in Connacht. Said he'd keep a low profile.
Staying? Are you out of your mind? Tom's never been good at keeping a low profile. It's only a matter of time before someone spots him, and then we're both dead. You've put me in an impossible position. If Denham catches wind of this... Damn it all! Fine! I'll deal with the mess if it all comes crashing down. But you'd better hope it doesn't.
Tom wanted me to tell you something. He said the boy with the slingshot grew up, but things never change.
That damn slingshot. He's not wrong. Some things never change. Not for him, not for me. You did what I couldn't. Whatever happens now, that's on me. Thanks.
If I... Just stay put. Everything will be okay.
Is this the way I want to go about it? Yeah. Not exactly the most bright, tried and true method, but I think this is honestly the better of the choices. I just have a weird feeling for that guy. I don't think I should trust him. It would only cause dissonance. And I can't talk with you either, so I can't report about the whole situation going on. So I guess, whether I want to or not, I'm gonna have to, yeah, I can't tell Denholm about the Menhir rights, apparently. Even though it says I can talk with him.
I'll await your...
Okay, so I can't... Okay, so that's a little bit of a bug. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to talk to Denholm about the Menhir rights. So I guess I'm forced into the other method. Which kind of sucks, considering I did want to tell Denholm about the Menhir rights. But it's not like we can change what goes down, right? Let's see what else I can do before I go further. Brother Vitus offered to take Lily under his wing, if she reports you.
Vitus? That wretch! I always knew he hated me, but to stoop so low as to use an innocent woman and a child, my child, to hurt me. No, I won't give him the satisfaction of seeing me broken. He won't take my family away from me. I'll take Lily, and we'll leave this place. We'll find somewhere to start fresh. Thank you for telling me about Vitus's plans. Without your warning, I don't think I'd have realized how much I stand to lose.
This is probably the best ending that could have gone. There we go, Hollow Blessings. Probably the best ending of the lots, personally. Yes, I could have gotten the support from the church or anything like that, but it didn't feel right.
Beor, he's doing badly again. But there's nothing more you can do for him. Nothing anyone can do now.
What happened to Beor?
Whatever you both did, it was a disaster. I told him, don't fuss. You've got a strong heart. You'll live a little longer. But no, he got stubborn and dragged you into it as well. Let me guess. He latched on to the idea of getting help from the Stone Wardens? No need to answer. I know already. He managed to tell me before. Well, before it happened. He came at me, and I barely made it out alive. And what for? What was the point?
He made his choice as a grown man.
I know. But it doesn't change the fact that Beor's gone. He is not the man we knew. I don't know what'll happen to him now, especially when I'm gone. I'm not getting any younger, and this life, it's hardly a life. Never would have thought the Dalriata would treat us like this, especially not the Stone Wardens. I thought they were the ones with real honor. Old and foolish. Beor, he's in a locked room. You'll see why.
Interesting. Okay, that's probably a conversation for the Stone Wardens then. Another thing that I've got to address. Among the many, of course. Okay, we'll level up here, get the skill tree. Once again, Red Death, we want to focus on that. Let's get kills, get stacks of Lament. What is with this guy? He just keeps dancing up. You okay, buddy? This guy's got some sort of problem. Alright, but it's sounding like I'm gonna have to talk with the Stone Wardens about this. Who knows? Maybe the Stone Wardens can figure out something for this. We'll warp over to this gate here, so that way you can go westward, so that we can talk with what's-his-face. We'll go from there. Okay. Alright, let's save. Figure out what's going on.
We don't get many visitors.
Let's sell some stuff, actually. Why not? Critical hits with this weapon deal an additional 200% damage. Nice. Huge bow has some insane amounts. For now, let's sell.
You're right on time, depending on what you need.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, they don't have anything to say, so I guess I'm gonna have to check on what's going on here. Who knows, maybe I can help solve this issue. Very clear I'm gonna have to do something, though. Okay. Weather's a bit grim, but could be worse. All right.
If you want, you can give me your heart. I'm sure it'd be delicious. If you want, you can...
Damn. Okay. Yeah, no, he's changed. Has he gotten any better?
No. Worse, if you ask me. Doesn't talk much. Just sits there, hand on his chest, like it's burning him from the inside. Mumbles the same nonsense as before. I've asked him if it hurts. Never says a word. Just stares past me, like I'm made of smoke. Whatever's got a grip on him now. It's not like before. Feels deeper. Feels final. And what's left? Yeah, damn it, boy. I'd trade places with you if I could. Why are you always so goddamn stubborn?
That's unfortunate. Oh well. That's just the unfortunate reality of it sometimes. Oh well. Not our problem anymore. Well, to an extent, that is. Let's see. This will increase stamina regen. It doesn't increase critical chance, though. Yeah, this only increases the stamina regen, it seems, which sucks. So we need a better cloak that does increase the critical chance. So while the Night Cape is tempting, it doesn't actually increase critical chance like others stuff does. So we will want to find a better cloak for that. So let's see about getting a better cloak that does actually increase our crit chance. We want that ideally above all else. So we're gonna go for this. Okay. Alright, backs. Here we go. Max health increase, max health percent increase, incoming healing, buff duration. We will suffer an increase in damage, or incoming damage, but this does increase critical chance. Range critical chance as its core. 1 mana per second, magic critical chance. Okay, so the Wings of the Oracle seem like the core of it, but we're going to take the Volker Berserk Totem here. Because I know that, for a fact, will increase our crits. So we want that cloak above all else, I'm thinking. Yes, I could stick with the stamina regen cloak, but honestly, we need the crits. And even if we suffer a little bit more damage because of this, it's actually way better if we opt for the more damage output. So this... Wait, seriously? Are you kidding? It doesn't even do that. Oh god. That's horrible. Okay, so the cloak I currently have on is the best I'm gonna get for crit. Oh god. That's sad to think. And here's me thinking I'm gonna buff the ever-living hell out of the cloak, that's for sure. Ah well. Okay, let's put that back. Well, at the very least, I know for a fact what is needed, so... I guess... Hold on. I guess what we can do is we can take out one of those, cloaks here. We want to go here. We want to go all the way to the bottom here. I am going to take, actually, this Peasant Basket, because we can utilize that to at least increase our carry weight by a little bit more. This is more so just prep for the future, but I digress. Is there anything else that we need? Not really. Fledgling Boots would increase critical chance by a percentage, as well as decrease noise. Night Stalker boots are critical damage. Okay.
Oh, hello there.
Good to see you.
Didn't you try to ask someone to lift this curse from the armor?
Oh, so you think it's a curse? Well, it might be. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of friends who dabble in curse lifting. Oh, it's a pity, because sometimes they'd come in handy. Oh, but I do know one man who lives nearby. Calls himself Maggot. And I know it's unkind, but he reminds me of one. Creepy, unkept, reeks of alcohol. I don't like his energy. But maybe I'm wrong, and he has a heart of gold. If you want, go check for yourself.
Right.
There's always...
I've taken her entire stock, so... No need to worry about that anymore. Nightshade Bow increases sneak damage. Hitting targets shields them, and... Yeah, this multiplies sneak damage, which is insane. In the right hands, this could actually nuke something. Because I do believe we have 400 times sneak damage. So this would be effectively 8 times the damage it would normally do. So that's like what? That's like 32 to 38 damage, so let's go on the safe end and say 40. So 40 times 8... That's like around 500 damage. Somewhere around that range. It's a lot.
I envy you.
Let's see. What do you got? You've got just random assortments of stuff which we don't need. I'm gonna give it one last shot if I can talk with Danheim about this. But if I can't still, despite everything I've done, so be it. That's just the reality of the situation, and yep, that's just... It is what it is.
You need something? I'll await you.
Okay, I guess we're not talking to Danheim about this. Okay. Well, I wanted to go the other path where we did talk to Danheim about this, but I guess not. I guess this is just going to be a reality. We're going to be siding with Maggot. But yeah, no, that's going to be a glitch that we're going to have to deal with.
You doing okay?
Well, it's just a glitch in general, so I can't really fix anything, really. I think that's all we've got to do quest-wise, though. There is a few other things I can do, though. I guess we can talk with, what's-his-face? If we go down here, we can go talk with, guy over here. I don't think he has anything that we want, but we can still go here. What do you got, Filth? Next sneaking hit will instantly kill the enemy. This is probably the most powerful item in the game, so we're going to take that. Because you never know when you need to instantly kill somebody, so might as well grab it while you can. And I guess in the meantime, we are going to need to make some profit, so making some items in that regard is probably going to be our best friend. Alright, let's see. Handcrafting. We want to go by price. The Ghastly Helm seems to house the most money. It does increase spell power by an insane amount, just from the Ghastly Helm, that is. Alright, well, either way, we'll craft this. This is going to give us 1,500. This will give us 1,200 if we make all of them. Ravenous Helm. We make a whole bunch of Stonewarden talismans, which increase critical chance by a set amount. Might as well make them. make a whole bunch of word bone arrows, I suppose. Why not? Whole bunch of titanium arrows. Alright. Whole bunch of sell value there. But we're definitely going to need a more reliable source of income. And that's going to take some effort on our part to construct. Because there are methods to obtaining a whole bunch of gold. It's just a matter of actually securing that method.
Oh, hello. Hello there.
Hello, I'd like to sell a whole bunch of stuff to you, my friend. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of titanium arrows. That can go for 8,750 if we want to use the titanium arrows that way. I'm not going to be doing that. I will sell the iron arrows, though, because we will be needing to do that. I will sell 250 of the arrows. We'll keep the word bone arrows because they're probably the most damaging. Okay, these are sorted out, which is nice. Good. Okay. Okay, so some of these things we are actually wearing. Sell the burrower's cape, keep the peasant sack. Alright. Okay, so the 40, keep the 100, the 88. Alright, there we go. And here, vaults. I guess I wait for nighttime, don't I? Wait until nighttime. Here we go.
Nice to see you.
It
Hello.
worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh?
Again, I pass out. Oh dear.
So, it's done. The Menhir is alive once more. This changes everything. The people of Connacht will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Menhir belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Connacht, not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Danheim. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Connacht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
Yeah.
You heard what Danheim said. Camelot won't dare touch the Menhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return.
What do you need?
People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins.
Menhir has regained its power. Why do you need this expedition?
You see, here's where it gets interesting. I've turned Camelot's own ancient laws against them. No one can dissuade the Seekers of the Holy Grail from their sacred mission. That means all orders are effectively halted until I return. With my shield, or on it. It also ensures the people of Connacht have the right to remain on their land until I'm back. Which, of course, means I don't have to return at all.
You want to leave Connacht forever?
I don't, but perhaps I should. A lord's worth is measured by the respect of his people. It is time I follow in the footsteps of my noble ancestors and do what must be done. If this holy mission can secure peace for my people, then I shall see it through. And if by some miracle we return with the legendary Grail, all the better. My word would become law, and the Menhir would remain untouched. By Camelot's own laws, I could even lay claim to the crown should I wish it, but I don't. My Connacht is enough for me.
Who would want to join you on such a quest?
I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place.
What do you think will convince him to join the expedition for the Grail?
A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the Menhir is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Connacht. For some, it might even serve as a chance for a change in scenery. Approach them with kindness. They all have their demons. and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters.
I'll ask what they think of the expedition.
Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Connacht.
All right.
Just keep your head down.
Well, I mean, I've helped quite a few of these individuals, so I think they'll be more than willing to agree with me that it's time to take up arms in a sense. I think they owe me that much at least. Oh, so she's not here any longer. Okay. Okay. Let me go into map then. And let's go to the Grail cycle. Supposed to get up there. I guess you take the ladder up here? Really unfortunate I can't convince them otherwise, but whatever. Hello. Lord Yvain is looking for trustworthy allies to join in its quest for the Holy Grail.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Manir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission.
Alright, sounds good.
May the All-Mother watch over you.
Alright, so that's one of 3.
Oh.
I guess I'll have to wait for daytime, so... Rest for 8. Yeah, I guess that's just the morning bell. Hello. How about Beor?
Still broken.
Lord Yvain is looking for trustworthy allies to join his quest for the Holy Grail.
Beor's fully recovered. He's doing well and making his own decisions. He doesn't need an old man hovering over him anymore. And, well, to be honest, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm proud of him, but you didn't hear that from me. You've done right by me, so I'll give you some advice. This whole expedition is madness, but as they say, sometimes there's method in madness. And I'll admit, I'm glad these old bones can still be useful. I might not think much of our Lord, but I won't turn my back on him when he needs help. This isn't just about him. It's about our home. I'll do whatever I can for Connacht. Tell Yvain he can count on me. Even if it's the last journey I'll ever take.
Alright, sounds good. That just leaves Maggot. And as far as I'm concerned, I helped him through his worst time, so he should be amicable to this quest. And I mean, despite everything that seems to be going on, all their morales seem to be quite in tip-top shape. Honestly, I think I would have been worried about the old man, given the whole situation with his heart giving way to more sinister thoughts. But I mean, yeah, we managed. We managed to convince him all the same. This is probably at the time where I saved his son and all that, so it's not all bad. So, anyway, quest. Hello. Lord Yvain is seeking trusted allies for the quest to find the Holy Grail.
Really? What for? The Menhir burns beautifully. Nothing bad can happen now.
He says it will stop Camelot from moving the Menhir.
Ah, yes. That makes sense. I can see it now. And he sent you to me. How unexpected. You know, recent events have really given me a lot to think about. My head feels, lighter somehow. Turns out the world isn't ending after all. And I don't need to stock up on mushroom brew to survive. Besides, I have this feeling that Lady Fate might still have a plan or two left in store for me. Joining the Holy Mission. That sounds like one of them. Tell Yvain I'm ready to join the expedition, and I'll gladly stand by his side.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Before we do let him go, however... Oh, we've already seen this. Okay, so... Before we do let him go, we're gonna take all these. We'll leave him with the potions, but we'll take all these. There we go. We didn't have to take it, but if he is gonna go on that quest, it's better we take everything that he's worth for. Just in case we ever need the, you know, spells and all that, but we won't need it, but it is there as collectible sorts. Might as well, right? Alright, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, but when I return, I will continue finishing the quest line, and we'll go into getting gold. But I digress. See you guys in 5 minutes. Alright, sorry for the delay. I'm now back. Let's just get straight back into things. Alright. Well, we've gotten confirmation of what everybody wants to do, so now the final quest just lies in us going up and reporting to the Lord of Yvain. To be fair, I did want to report this, but clearly that was not going to be a thing. Oh well.
I'm an outcast.
I guess we're just doing something that just... I guess in a way we are helping. We're just maintaining the status quo, or status quo, as it were. At least that's the reasoning I'm gonna go with. Is it the right method? I don't know. We're just going with what's what, right?
Just keep your head down.
Alright. About the companions for your journey.
What news? The people I told you about. Have any of them agreed to join me on the quest for the Holy Grail?
All three of them will join you on their holy mission.
Ah, now that is truly wonderful news. You've achieved what seemed impossible. I'm grateful that fate has guided you to my side. With Niante, Magat, and Ifra, we shall strive to restore hope to the people of Kurnacht. You've done me a great favor, so allow me to repay you. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Kurnacht and earned my deepest gratitude. Let my repayment be the blessing my lineage received from King Arthur himself. Be the shield that watches over Kurnacht, as House Terion has done for generations.
I see. Oh, we're here again. Arthur? What do you think about Yvain's decision in the Grail quest?
It is a bold decision, and I am glad he finally made it. It was wise of him to invoke the old laws. Camelot will not dare to break them, and the men here will remain in Kurnacht, at least until the lives of its people are in immediate danger. It's an ancient law I established myself. I am glad you chose to help him. With company like this, his mission may yet succeed.
Perhaps.
Even if Yvain does not return, his actions will be remembered. Of that, I am certain.
I see. Perhaps this was for the best. I don't know. We'll have to see. Time for the shield.
I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful.
I'm the soul of his soul.
I am the wall between order and ruin.
Once again.
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now.
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again.
Palamedes, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the Horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamedes. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility? I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamedes. You never have. Carry it for Avalon. And may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come.
I see. We've received the wordness power of the shield.
Now I understand. The shield isn't an object. It's the bloodline itself. But I also remember the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades, but corruption, compromise, cowardice. Palamedes understood that. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the kingdom we were trying to build. Lord Yvain, a joke of a man. A mere shadow of his ancestor. Not worthy of his title, nor of leading his people.
Aren't you being a bit harsh?
I tried to build something lasting. Something that wouldn't depend on me to survive. I distributed power, tied it to oaths, not blood. Gave regions autonomy, left behind symbols to bind them. But what we've seen so far, that's not a kingdom. That's theater. People playing at being lords and commanders, taking on roles they don't even understand.
What is it that Demholm and Yvain don't understand?
All I've seen here is fear. Indecisive men wearing the mask of power. But their power comes from symbols they don't even understand. And when a decision needs to be made, they hesitate. When danger appears, they flinch. Danheim, commander of Camelot's forces, is incapable of acting without direct orders. Yvain, a descendant of Palamedes, yet too weak to stand against choices that harm his people. Their fear breeds indecision. If you cannot choose, you cannot protect. And if you cannot protect, Avalon rots.
But Yvain did choose to seek the Grail. That has to count for something.
It was you the men here responded to, and you who rekindled it. You did all the work. turned the situation into something Yvain could exploit. Without that, Kuanacht would still be waiting. For what? A miracle? That's why I have to come back. Without us, without hands that act, this land just waits and rots.
You told him Merlin may disagree. What did you mean?
Merlin wanted me to become a symbol. But I realized that one person, one myth, won't be enough. This kingdom needed more. It needed to stand on stronger foundations. And so, I left mementos behind, to serve as cornerstones for various facets of the kingdom. It seems we were both wrong about this.
Make it all sound obvious, but this is a rather complex political situation.
Yes, the situation is complex. But that is precisely the burden of a leader. Complexity does not excuse paralysis. And yet they sit in deadlock, doing nothing, while the world around them fractures.
And what would you do in this situation?
Turn every resource toward understanding why the weirdness is returning and stopping it. Hiding in Camelot is cowardice. Staying here? Stupidity. But what I would do doesn't matter. This is precisely why Palamedes was made Avalon's shield. To judge for himself what serves the people. Even if it meant standing against me.
Why do you think your kingdom isn't prospering?
We gave our people peace, but they've come to take it for granted. Perhaps those who live without struggle grow soft, and in comfort, they let go of their values. Symbols, without the will to uphold them, are little more than ornament.
Except for the symbol of a shield, what does Palamedes receive?
I named his bloodline the Shield of Kuanacht, and granted them dominion over this menhir, with full autonomy. The land here is among the richest in Avalon. This place was meant to stand as a counterweight to Camelot's rising power.
I see. What do we do now?
Well, my friend, they still call me the once and future king. Still hold feasts in my name. Feasts won't save them, but action might. We've wasted enough time. Let's move to the Forlorn Swords and find my crown. Let's make me whole. It's the last hope for this wretched kingdom of ruin.
Alright, and for the King's Soul, we finally get the shield. Activating King's Soul creates a blast of energy, dealing damage around you. By doing this, we can either create another blast of energy when the King's Soul ends. Enemies take an amount of damage you have dealt to them when using King's Soul once again after it ends. Or, when using the King's Soul, a word shield collects 10% of the damage dealt to you. When it ends, you gain a mana shield equal to the accumulated damage for 30 seconds. Finishers restore 400% more King Soul. I'm not sure what finishers are, but okay. I guess I could deflect all incoming projectiles, but what would that do? Having the King's Soul as the safety net, which will protect us from death once, probably would be the safest choice. But at that point, we may as well get more word essence, so that way we can just constantly use it, shouldn't we? Yeah, let's aim for production of word soul. Finishers restore 400% more King's Soul, huh? 1 second. What is a finisher? Oh, 1 second. Alright, apologies for that. Okay. Okay, so given our combat style, finishers isn't realistically an option for us, because we are using an unarmed style to begin with, and that doesn't exactly trigger finishers. There's the slowdown time as we knock somebody out, but finishers I don't think is a common thing for us. So, unless that slowing animation is a finisher move, we don't actually do it that often, so... We are actually going to go for... We'll go with the word essence. Yep. I've made my decision. That's what we're going to go for. What is going on here? Because I am actually curious if anything's going on here. Oh. Looking at it now, that actually looks like a woman in there. Weird. Alright, I guess that's the thing. Alright, let's exit out.
I should stay out of trouble. You startled me.
Guess he's gone.
Ah, you need something. Ah, it's you again. What brings you back? Go on then.
Alright, well, with that, we've managed to complete the majority of the quest line. And I have been called to do some stuff IRL, so I'm gonna have to put a pin on everything here. But we've managed to make significant progress.
Are you sure you want to do this? You can still back out. Camelot will surely forgive you for this insubordination.
I have never been more certain of anything in my life. This is the only way.
Fine. Do as you will. Look who woke up. You're a bit late, though. You missed the show. Our Lord gave a rousing speech to his subjects explaining why he's going to leave them in these dire times. I'll leave you two. I need to start cleaning up the mess you made, Yvain. And before I forget, some shady-looking character was looking for you. Didn't tell me his name, but said you're old friends. Said he'll wait nearby.
Greetings, friend of our house. What may I do for you today?
In my vision, I met Palamedes. Do him proud.
Really? I hope he supports my decision to embark on the quest for the Holy Grail. Although, in truth, it doesn't really matter. I made my decision, and I'll stand by it. Whether my noble ancestor approves or not. Well, and now you are the shield of my people. I trust you will ensure that his blessing is not squandered.
Your decision brings glory back to the House of Therion.
House Therion ends with me. Lady Maeve was never granted the chance to give me an heir. And I couldn't bring myself to take another wife or continue the lineage while the world I knew crumbled around me. But your words are kind. The story of my family began in glory, and in glory, it will end.
When are you setting out on your quest for the Grail?
As soon as the necessary preparations are complete. With any luck, it won't take much longer. Ansem will assume my duties in my absence. He is my most trusted man, and he is respected by the people. For now, he's assisting me in gathering supplies. I do not know when or if I will return. Connacht and its people must be ready for either eventuality.
And what will happen to Connacht?
I cannot say for certain. But I have faith that Ansem will manage. Truth be told, he's been the one keeping things in order for quite some time now. Since Maeve's passing, I've been all too aware of how much I've neglected my responsibilities. Camelot will keep the peace in my stead, and I can only hope that the people of Connacht will come to trust Danheim and his men. We may not agree on every matter, but I cannot deny Danheim's honor. When I return, it will have to be enough. And so, I thank you once more. House Therion is... no, wait. I am personally deeply indebted to you. Because of your efforts, my family has the chance to reclaim the glory it once knew.
Sure. Anytime.
Farewell.
Alright. And with that, we are going to wrap it up here. We've managed to do quite a bit for Connacht. We've managed to complete a whole bunch of quests. There is something that I've got to do in the first zone, which is the gifts for the Queen, but that's pretty much a given. Next stream, what we're going to be doing, we are going to be visiting the 3 core places that have not been investigated yet. The first is probably going to be the Stone-Faced Passage, I believe, if I recall my directions correctly. The second place is going to be... not the Ancient Beast. I know of 3 locations that we can actually go to. I think the second one is the Tomb of Sir Gawain, and the third is the Tomb of Sir Dagonet. So we're going to be going to all 3 of those. We can't go to the Wicker Man just yet, because there is a area there, but we need the Crown of Connacht before we can actually go farther there. But I digress. I hope you all enjoyed the stream all the same. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.